Alright guys, so I wanted to make another video because people are starting to use lightnings and they don't know, they're messing them up. Whenever I do lightnings and it's a complicated thing, I always look back at my video and I actually take a picture of this and put it on my phone. So I screenshot it. I would do that now, take a picture of it, because I reference it all the time. So whenever I'm going to drop lightnings, I look at this. If there's a lot to be gained or a lot of value, okay, and this red square, this is where I'm dropping my lightning. Now, if you look here, we've got, it only goes directly north and south. It only goes one square up and down. That's important, right? Because a lot of times you'll come to a point in the wall where, again, there's one square. So if I drop my lightning right here, I can only hit this square and this square. And the way that I always go about this is I look at it from the north and south perspective, but then I look at it from where I drop my lightning, every other direction. So I can also go east-west, right? North, south, east, west goes only one square, but everywhere else it goes two squares. Two squares and over one. So if I go 1, 2, and I also go over 1, either direction. From this direction, 1, 2, over 1. 1, 2, over 1. So no matter where I drop my lightning, I always do that. So like I'll grab something like let's say, oh, I want to hit this edge of this. This can be, that can be like my outer. So like, damn it. That can be like this square over here. So I can go over 1 and down 2, and that'll be where I have to drop it. So I go 1, 2, and then the third spot would be where I have to drop my lightning, and then I can look for everywhere else. Okay. So I'll pick an edge of a thing I want to hit. Usually it's a high value target like a scatter shot, because I know I can't, like if I miss one of the ADs or I miss, you know, the mortar or whatever, or the arch tower, it may not be the end of the world. But if I miss the scatter or the eagle, then I'm screwed, right? So like then I figure out my middle spot, and then I can count from there. So I go, okay, 1, I should have used blue, damn it. 2, over 1, right? Because you can always go 2. Over 1, I get that. So I always count 2. Because remember, you don't want to go diagonal. 1, 2, over 1, I hit that. 1, 2, over 1, I hit that. And again, I'm zooming in. So that's how I can get everything. So with my lightnings, I will kill everything in the lightning blast. Okay. Now the next question is, well, how many lightnings do you need for everything? So let's look at this list here. This part here is the most important, but I want you to understand one other thing. So, Clan Castle Eagle, 7 lightnings, 1 earthquake. Scatter, Inferno, 5, 1. Where it gets tricky is, well, these guys up here are strange sometimes. So by pretty much the rule is you can substitute 1 lightning for 1 EQ. And that holds true pretty much all the way except for the Archer Tower. The Archer Tower, it doesn't work. So you can't use 2 lightnings, 1 EQ. It just misses it. You still need the 3 lightnings. So, but I gotta be honest with you. Very rarely does that come into play, because usually when you're dealing with a cluster, you know, you're gonna be using your earthquake's gonna hit everything. So, but here's why this is important to understand, and where this really comes into play is down here, because sometimes it behooves you to drop one of the lightnings and bring in 2 EQs, because you might be able to, with 2 earthquakes, you can hit many more defenses, and sometimes you just using 2 EQs will kill more because it stretches out more than the lightning than having the 7 lightnings. So I mean, this is a little advanced, but I just want everybody to understand that. Okay, so there's one neat little trick I want everybody to understand. With 1 lightning and 1 earthquake, you can zap this stuff like an inferno. Not a yes, a scatter too, and you could zap this whole compartment and earthquake it, and with a champion ability, it kills it all just by hitting it. So I want to show that here. Now, there was no reason Kahuna did this. Watch. But he didn't even need to do what he did next. So you just have to know where the chain goes. So he does his earthquake, does his zap. Now, he doesn't even need to do a giant. He could have just dropped the, because if you look, it doesn't even hit anything. He could have just dropped his champion, or maybe bring the champion this way, so he shoots this before it gets locked on, then throw his spear or whatever that is. Because watch, boom, 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 it clears it. So that is a nice way. I mean, and look at the funnel that just made. I mean, that was just 2 spells and a champion ability. And you could even, like, save that for later in the attack. But a lot of times people will do it in the beginning. Because it creates a nice funnel and it takes out some high-value targets. It's worth it. So here's my thought process. So I'm going to use 5 lightnings and 1 earthquake here to kill all of this stuff right here. Right? So how do I do that? I know I want to make sure I get my scatter. So first I'm checking, is it possible, right? Can this be done? So I want to hit this corner. So I'm going to go over 1 and down 2. So if I drop my thing here, I know that square that I told you to screenshot, I'm used to it, so I can do it. So if I drop my lightning there, I should get that. So let me just recap that. So I'm going to go over 1, because remember, you can go two spaces and over 1. So I hit that. Okay, hits that there. Let's go here. 1, 2, over 1. Okay, it gets that. 1, 2. All right, I don't even need to move over 1 because I hit it. So I drop my 5 lightnings there and my earthquake. I should kill all of that. So that all should be taken care of. That's all right. Let's look at this Legend League attack. This is the army I would actually do Legend League with, guys. The other army, you're not really building skill. This one, I mean, there's a little bit of skill, but it's a little bit like Yeti Smash, so it's kind of a little more skill than dropping 10 lightnings and just spreading everything across the screen, which, everybody pretty much do. But for this one here, so the question is, which box do I want to take out? I could take out this whole box right here by dropping it right here. I could take out this whole box right here by dropping it right here, and maybe that's the better. I don't. But to me, getting the scatter and the inferno is just paramount. So you just drop it in between those guys, and that's what I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm using my EQ. Look, I'm getting the eagle too. Like, don't just drop your EQ anywhere. Drop it so you get more value. So now I need to make my funnel. So I'm doing my Warden Walk. And the truth be told, I probably could have started the Warden Walk. I probably should have started the Warden Walk before my lightnings, because I know where I wanted to drop my lightnings, and they were pretty easy to drop. Now I'm starting my other edge of the funnel. I'm going to set it with a king and some witches over there. So I could have, set the funnel with my barracks if I wanted to. I just decided to do it with the king. Again, we're in heels. We're good. I got to jump in there. I'm going to rage into the town hall. One of my things popped. Use the ability. Getting through. I got another jump down there. I got my hogs with my champion coming down the side. And there you go. And that's it. I mean, if you're going to practice the witches, I would do this attack because, again, although it's not the greatest of skill, it's a lot more skill than the other one. And it forces you to strategically think about where your lightnings go. And getting used to the warden walk and whatnot. So I hope this helps a little bit, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care out there.